Oh, brothers, you just don't know your brother.
Come on.
I don't have to blow my horn. But to even hint to people that I have deviated, when you know that I gave my word that if I deviated, I give you permission to take my life. I'm the only leader that I know of that put his own life on the line with his people. I dog it, but look here. If you ever come to my door, come on, brother, you better be able to prove what you think. Because if you make the wrong move, may God have mercy on your soul.
Man, what's up, family? Man, I love this clip right here. The name of this clip is called The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan Responds to Brother Khaled and Critics. Now, he spoke earlier about the situation that happened with Khaled Muhammad. Now, y'all need to type in that. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan Responds to Brother Khaled and Critics. And hear what he had to say about that situation. But I just wanted to play that clip, man, to let you know that you got a lot of brothers out here, man, that's turning their back on the minister, man, saying he sold out, he deviated from the teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I know for a fact that's just out of hate and envy. They envious of the brother. Same thing happened when Malcolm X was on the scene. The same thing that they saying about the minister today, they said about Malcolm X. But the minister know, and we know.
If I were all of you, and if I were President Clinton and Congress, I would leave Farrakhan alone. Because tied to Farrakhan is supreme power. And I mean, he will kill all of America. All of it will go down.
Hey, people in Monroe want to know why you gave the key to the city to Louis Farrakhan, Mr. Mayor.
Ever wonder why celebrities and leaders are reprimanded or punished when they say something nice about the good work of Minister Farrakhan? Or say anything that's critical of Jewish wrongdoing? Jews blasted Erykah Badu a few years ago just for being critical of Israel's treatment of the Palestinians, the same Israel that oppresses and attacks the black Africans of that region. Now they've revisited their attacks when they questioned Sister Erykah about her admiration for the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. And when she didn't back down from expressing her love for the minister, their spin doctors went to work and tried to trap her with the same false charges of anti-Semitism. Jewish leaders like Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL went to work quickly to turn it into an attack against Minister Farrakhan. For the last 3 or more decades, white folks applied what became known as the Farrakhan Litmus test to measure black consciousness against white rule.
Minister Farrakhan has certainly been a litmus test for people, whether it was fair or not, because people who want that acceptability in the crossover, you might say, can't stand the imposition that comes with being associated with Minister Farrakhan.
Basically, if you show support for Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam's programs for black independence, then you threaten white folks' establishment.
Well, controversy tonight, Monroe Mayor Jamie Mayo giving a key to the city to the leader of a designated hate group.
Conversely, if they get black leaders to slander him, then those leaders are considered good Negroes who won't threaten the white power system. The Farrakhan litmus test first became a popularized tool during the 1980s when Minister Farrakhan toured the country, enlightening black folks towards self-empowerment and independence. Frightened by this unity, members of the Jewish community attacked him in the media and wrongfully stigmatized him as an anti-Semite
But he also stands for racism, which is bad. He stands for anti-Semitism, which is bad. And he stands for scapegoating, which I think is ultimate.
Causing black leaders and organizations to distance themselves and their resources from helping him or standing with him in the cause of black people's independence. It happened during Jesse Jackson's presidential candidacy in 1984, when they advised Reverend Jackson to distance himself from the minister. And in truth, most black politicians are pressured to denounce the minister if they are to maintain favor with their white Jewish backers.
Do you believe that Louis Farrakhan is an anti-Semite?
Sure, but I mean...
It certainly applies to our celebrities too. Remember how Arsenio Hall caught a lot of flack from Jews just for inviting the minister to his late night show?
That now they don't want your show to show in the marketplace that it has shown this threatened you, that they will take you off of the air and ruin your career.
Needless to say, his show ended that very week. We've never seen in history where so much emphasis and attention was placed on keeping people from hearing what this one man has to say. They're not concerned with the foolish entertainment and debauchery we engage with, because that stuff doesn't threaten white folks' control. In fact, it empowers their domination. The Farrakhan litmus test was rekindled during Barack Obama's first presidential campaign, when candidate Hillary Clinton and journalist Tim Russert pressed Obama to denounce and reject the minister on public television.
Do you accept the support of Louis Farrakhan?
You know, I have been very clear in my denunciation of Minister Farrakhan's anti-Semitic comments, I think.
Although hesitant, Obama's unjustified denunciation of Minister Farrakhan was politically expedient in order for him to be approved of by powerful white Jewish backers. Knowing black people wanted to see a black man reach the highest office in the land, Brother Farrakhan withstood the unjustified repudiation, and he sacrificed himself so that Obama could shine at the time. And he made sure the Nation of Islam didn't jeopardize Obama's aspirations. See, they used the minister as a test, like a lightning rod, to see who's more compliant to white causes more than the needs of the suffering black masses. This dichotomy is congruent with the Jews' maltreatment of Jesus in the Bible, whereas powerful Jewish leaders frighten the people from publicly acknowledging the truth of Jesus' good works. They had the people too scared to even say something positive about a divinely good man. Even now, Jewish-operated groups like the ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center have used their power to wickedly miscategorize the Nation of Islam as a hate group, producing legislation against the Muslims, defaming the character of the Muslims, and thereby causing the loss of resources and relationships that ultimately hurt all of our people. They continue to threaten black leaders, organizations, and celebrities from befriending Minister Farrakhan and the nation with extortion-like tactics. You ever wonder why even some of these hardcore rappers who's supposed to be all fearless and talk trash to everybody, but they won't say a thing about those Jews who run the entertainment industry? See, the truth that Minister Farrakhan shares is the very thing that exposes those who control and manipulate the industries behind the most virulent forms of white supremacy.
Yes, they exercise extraordinary control, and black people will never be free in this country until they are free of that kind of control. And I do intend, by the help of God, to break up that control.
That's why Brother Farrakhan threatens their systems of white rule, because Farrakhan is not just an individual. Instead, he embodies the aspirations of true freedom and independence for all his people. So we know why the enemy uses him as the litmus test, because what he represents is the criteria against their inordinate control and manipulation of black leaders and organizations. And they're afraid that you might share those same aspirations.
Yes, indeed. What's up, family? I just wanted to share that clip about a brother, man, who so skillfully put this video together. Now, we all know it's a lot of organizations, man, that take this litmus test. even President Barack Obama had to denounce the minister. Now, I like to watch this video, man, because you got some low-level leaders. Well, I'm going to say low-level YouTube leaders, right? Because if it weren't for YouTube, then probably wouldn't even nobody know who they are, right? And half of them, I could go outside right now and ask them, do they know who such and such is that be on YouTube? And they're going to say, I don't know who the hell you're talking about. But you will listen to one of their videos and you would think that they running the world. Now, you got a lot of these young dudes, man, going against the minister. And I believe that they working for them peoples, man. You know, because anybody in their right mind, why in the hell, if you know the government is against Farrakhan, why would you be a young black man and you on YouTube trying to, you know, discredit the man and slander his character, you know, say he killed Malcolm X? You know, it's only one conscious community member that's on YouTube, man, that will not disrespect the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and that's Sinetta. But the rest of them cats, man, everybody that claim that they conscious has disrespected the minister in some form or fashion. But you gotta ask yourself why. You know, it makes me think that them Jewish people is behind them, man. Or they could be agents, man. They could be, see, COINTELPRO works on all levels. You know what I mean? So what they try to do is start on the bottom. They get the young folks, right? Flip their minds. So then you got people that's coming on YouTube, get a little bit of popularity, right? And what they do, they start talking about the minister. So I'm beginning to think that they're agents, right? Because all of them got a little following and getting a little money off of YouTube. You never know. They could be getting letters from them people saying, man, look, we're going to help you get paid. We'll get you some followers and all that. But you got to do us one favor. You got to slander the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Now, if you think about it, Sinetta been on YouTube for years. So he already got his following. You got a lot of young dudes, man, that just starting out and is getting money now off of YouTube. Real fast. So, you got to ask yourself this question, man. Why is all of them, man, going against Farrakhan all of a sudden? Maybe there's a memo went out to them clowns. You never know. So, peace, man. I just wanted to share that video with y'all, man. And stop listening to everybody, man, without doing some research on who you listening to. Because you never know. These clowns could be agents, man. COINTELPRO ain't stopped working. They just put a memo out. So y'all better wake up, man. Stop listening to these clowns.